Hello and welcome everyone. The Dock number 22 mission takes us to Balmont Lake today in search of Roosevelt elk. I hadn't scouted the area for need zones yet and was about to be in for a big surprise. So Doc wants to see my shooting skills. I'll be required to travel to Balmont Lake and harvest an animal down from at least 75 meters away in Balmont Lake. I figured this would be a bit of a gimme, since most of the shots I take are around 150 meters, but this detail would prove to bite me in the butt, but I'll get to that in a minute. I'd been to Balmont Lake a few times before hunting blacktails, so I already knew where to go. I had some need zones, but thought I would do something different this time and see if I could find some Roosevelt elk during their drink time between 4 and 8. I set the time in the tent to around 5:15. Nighttime hunting ends at 5, so I figured I'd get to the lake at about sunrise and be able to easily glass the elk without having to use the headlamp to track them. Elk have an exceptional sense of hearing and smell, so I'd have to watch the wind and take it slow around the edge of the lake. Males are apparently solitary, but sometimes you can occasionally find some medium to large groups. More on that in a minute. They're a Class 8 animal, and I am still using the 270 that comes with vanilla. I recently unlocked the polymer tip bullets, so I'm going to use the last of my soft points for the time being. I approached the lake from the west and started glassing for elk as soon as I got to the edge. It wasn't long before I found some at their drink zones. Then this happened. It sounded close, so I crept up over the hill to see what I could find. Found him. He was close, so I crawled a little bit closer to get a better look. He had a friend, too. Correction, a lot of friends. I decided to get a better angle, so I repositioned myself downwind. I got under a bush that made me nearly invisible and took another look. Now I could see them all. I couldn't believe it. 11 male elk in one group. So I picked out the biggest one of the group to shoot. I waited for his friend to lower his head so I could get a clear shot, but after a little bit I crawled into a better position. A good hit. And good blood, too. I followed his trail and was surprised that he made it as far as he did. He's a nice big male. Let's see how he scored. 263.46. A nice solid silver. And good shot placement too. It looks like the soft point bullet didn't quite penetrate enough to hit the heart. At this point, I would like to point out the distance. 41.9 meters. Well under the required 75 meters or more for the objective. When I saw this herd of 11 male elk, my brain fell out and I forgot about the mission objective. Mere moments later, I will be confused and irritated with myself. But hey, that's life. So, since I had scared the massive herd away, I went to go see if either of the other two I spotted before were still there. Then, I managed to scare away the only remaining one before I got a chance to see him. So I wandered around a bit more, and some of the big herd had returned to their drink zone. Without any other possibilities, I decided to try again, but this time at 75 meters. Then more of them began to return, so I waited a little bit longer and picked the biggest one. Again. This time I double-checked my distance. I then loaded in some polymer tip bullets for better penetration and took the shot. Another good placement. But still low blood loss. No matter, I followed him through the woods just a small distance away. .63.61, only a few tenths of a point better than the first. This time, though, I had the distance to make it count. And with that, I completed the objective. If this video was helpful, or you learned something along the way, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. I'll be adding more of these guides as I go along with my progression, so be sure to check in for more Call of the Wild content. Thanks for watching!